Are you best friends with your child, or maybe were you best friends with your own mother? Now, one of the country's top head teachers believes that young people who class their mothers as their BFF, best friends forever, will be completely unprepared, actually, for the real world. So, you've all got daughters. Are you a BFF, Jane, to
Definitely
your daughter?
not, no. I mean, I've got different sort of dynamics in my house. So I have a stepdaughter who actually I am a friend to, because that's my stepdaughter in the middle, that's Lauren. I am a friend to her because she's got a mum who, you know, she talks to about whatever she wants to talk to her about, and she talks to me about things as well, but her mum has always set the boundaries and stuff like that. The one on the right, Ellie, is my daughter, and when she was younger, absolutely, and I have an 11-year-old as well. I think, you know, you are a parent and you have to set boundaries and discipline and love, obviously, as well, to sort of be the guider for them. They're not always going to like you, but hopefully they will look at what you say to them as being the right thing for them. And when they get older, my one on the right there, Ellie, is 23 now, and I've become more of a consultant, I guess, than a parent. You know, we sort of do have more of a friendship.
You don't have to discipline her anymore, I suppose,
but I just think you have to sort of... I understand what this lady's saying. You've got to prepare them for life kind of away from your constant sort of influence, you know, and as a parent, you have to learn to let go. However much you want them to constantly be with you and worried about you, you want them also to go out and be a little bit selfish and have their own life.
I know you're Lauren.
Oh, do you?
I just noticed I know it.
Well, she says that we've kind of created this Generation D, she calls it, which is dependent. They're just getting too dependent, and mothers particularly are doing far too much for them. So then they maybe go off to uni and then they can't cope because mum's not bringing them a cup of tea. She had one mother who asked would she phone and wake her daughter up, because when I try and wake her up, she won't get up for school. So I wonder if you could ring her.
I mean, the small kindnesses, obviously you take your kids cups of tea and stuff like that, but it is that thing of, could you tell my daughter how to behave, because I don't want to, because I don't want to be seen to be unpopular with her.
What about with Alice? Are you friends?
I think you can be a best friend, and I am best friends with my daughter, if you're also demonstrating the right role model. I mean, what use would it be to her if I mollycoddled her? I've tried to show her that you go out into the world and make the world your own. That's what I tried to do.
My children would cringe if I said, "Oh, you're my best friend." They're like, "Oh my God, Mum!" You know, my children have got more of a social life than I do, especially Molly and Lily. And I think, I mean, I read in the article, bringing a cup of tea up to your kid in bed to get up for school, not a chance in hell would I do that. I mean, I've just started teaching Molly how to do her own washing. You know, I think it's really important that I want them to be able to come and tell me anything and everything if they're really comfortable with it. But I mean, it'll drive me crazy, my kids being with me 24/7.
So do you understand this? Do you think if you're doing too much for them, that they then go out into the world and then they can't cope without you, and they come scuttling home?
I don't agree. I think you can have a balance of the two. I mean, I do feel like me and Kira couldn't be any closer. We are like friends. She tells me everything, but she also knows that I'm a parent, and if she crosses the line, you know, I will. But last year on my birthday, she put a thing out on Instagram, a whole piece, and at the end of it touched my heart, actually, because at the end of it, she actually put, she really is my best friend. And I thought, oh, God, that was so lovely. So I do think you can have the two, but I think there are mothers who don't want them to become independent because they don't want them to leave.
The thing about this best friend concept is it's obviously something that comes as the child gets older, and my daughter's older now. So you're obviously not going to presume your 10 or 15-year-old is your best friend. You have to be an active mother to her. My daughter's 33 now. So, yeah, I mean, I feel very lucky that I've gone through all those, and I've demonstrated being the mother that I think she responds to. So it happens when they're older, this best friend thing. You know, you can't do it when kids are at school. They've got to have all the boundaries and all the education, haven't they?
I think so.
Yeah, I mean, I take my children clothes shopping, which they love, and do things like that.
Yeah, absolutely.
But as regards to spending, you know, she's my bestest mate in the whole wide world, I think that's a bit of responsibility on the children's part as well. It's too much for them to take on.
And what about, obviously, I mean, you've written in your autobiography and stuff about your relationship with your mum growing up.
2 available in good shops.
So old now.
Oh, get over it.
But obviously you had a tumultuous...
Yeah, me and my mum's relationship was completely different. Hi, Mum. My mum knows I love her to bits. My mum was more like my daughter. I was more the mum. I mothered her more than anything. I'm the only child. My mum had a lot of issues when I was growing up as a kid, so I wasn't with her a lot of the time. I was in foster home and things. But she's more my friend than my mum.
Yeah.
Which is because of the way I was brought up. You know, we wasn't always together, and I had to look after my mum a lot. But I'll be honest, these last few years, my mum has completely changed, and she's been a fantastic mother to me and a wonderful grandmother to my kids as well, which is amazing. But, like, at 14 and, you know, I was going out with my mum drinking. You know, that's just not right. You know,
Has that made you a stricter mum?
That's made me so much more strict with my children. I mean, I'm so strict. It's, you know, I like a laugh and a bit of fun with the kids and stuff, but they know the boundaries. I mean, they're so scruffy, my girls. Tidying up their room, and I go ballistic at them.
Girls are scruffy.
Yeah, but I wouldn't have my children. Molly's 14. I would not have her hanging around the streets. She's got to be in bed 8:30.
Or going for a drink with you.
Yeah, never in a million years. Never. Don't get me wrong, I had great fun with my mum, but it wasn't normal.
Yeah.
It wasn't normal, and I will not have my children walking around the streets after dark.
Yeah.
No.